Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Today, an exciting new release from Adidas and Kanye West on the Yeezy Boost 380 Mist. So without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so if you guys have been watching Sneaker Stories and checked out some of my other reviews, you would have known that I reviewed the 380 Alien colorway over here, which I was incredibly hyped about just because it was a new silhouette from Kanye West and Adidas, and it's something I'd seen in Soul DXB in Dubai on foot, and I was like, you know what? Those don't look too bad after all. Now, the one thing with this particular pair, and I know I really raved about this shoe in the review, was just the sizing for me. I did go with a true to size UK 9, which I do generally get away with in most Yeezys, including 350 V2s. But as most people know by now, a half size up in 350 V2s, or most Yeezys for that matter, is generally just better. And that obviously is no different to this particular silhouette. In fact, it's kind of ruined this shoe for me because it's just a little bit too tight at true to size, just in my left foot, which is obviously a slightly bigger than my right. So I managed to get a half size up in the Mist colorway, which, as I mentioned at the beginning of this review, dropped this morning, the 25th of March. And from a sizing perspective, they absolutely fit spot on. And that just makes it all the better for me to finally have a pair that actually fits, that I can wear without any kind of discomfort or anything on that. But onto the review itself, and I'm just going to keep the Alien colorway in hand here just to do a little bit of a comparison between the two, as there are some minor differences. But I'm going to start with the outsole of this particular pair, the Mist obviously, which we're talking about today. You've got this beautiful translucent gum outsole, and then obviously quite a bit of exposure into the Boost, which is a full-length Boost system in the midsole of the shoe. The first real change that I've noticed in the midsole is just this weird patterning that the Alien came with. If you look up close, you'll notice it kind of looks like it's got this bit of a drippy vibe going on throughout the midsole of the shoe. It's pretty much the same coloring as what you get on the Alien, however it just doesn't have that pattern, so overall it just looks a hell of a lot more cleaner for me. It kind of reminds me of like a bone of some kind of sort. It's very organic in this particular pair, and I'm kind of happy that it is clean on this because there is quite a lot of busyness going up on the upper of this particular pair with the colorway in mind. And moving into the upper, this is where things are really interesting with the 380 itself. You've got these different levels and densities of knit throughout the upper of the shoe, so you're kind of getting like a 3D feel on the particular prime knit. And then obviously you've got this huge gash wound over here, which is kind of a tear into the shoe. It looks really, really cool, and that's done in a transparent plastic, and this particular one does have some brown coloring in it. And you'll notice you've got a bunch of different holes in there. Some of them are open, some of them are closed. That's just part of the look. It is the same on the Alien pair as well. Some people have said that you can probably try and relace your shoes through those different holes. Haven't tried that myself, definitely don't plan on trying that myself because I do think they look great just as they are. And just a note on that, if you are planning on trying to relace your shoes through some of these other holes, there isn't any reinforcement or backing tape on the underside of the upper, so if you do want to do that, you might actually cause a little bit of damage to the prime knit upper just with the force from those laces through the holes that aren't supposed to be done like that. And then just to show you the toe box patterning over here in the front, these are obviously mirrors of each other. From the colorway perspective on this Mist, it's not really the colors that really come to mind when I think of Mist. However, there are quite a few different tones of grays and blues throughout this. It's really one of those shoes that just looks completely different from a color perspective under different lighting conditions. Literally every single time I've tried to take a photo of these shoes, whether it's inside, outside, in the studio here, under lights or whatever it is, it looks completely different. So that's something that I really, really like about this particular colorway. I do like it when things change up just naturally under different light sources. From a lacing perspective, you've got these coppery kind of tanny laces. I don't even know what color that is, to be honest, but they are the standard Yeezy rope laces in here. Obviously no other laces provided with the shoe. Overall, I think they look really, really nice from a color perspective, just tying into the rest of the colorways on the upper and the midsole of the shoe, and then obviously linking with the gum on the outsole as well. And just to show you the heel collar section, I did talk about this in the Alien review. It is obviously a little bit more challenging to get your foot in there because the opening at the top of the shoe here in that heel collar is a little bit tighter than what you would normally have on Yeezy Boost 350s or V2s, etc. But that said, it's really really not that hard, so I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's literally just pull it in, slide your foot in, and it fits literally like a sock. I spoke a little bit about sizing earlier. I would definitely recommend, and just reiterate this, to take a half size up with this, and for me that fits absolutely perfectly. They are so comfortable on foot. It's really awesome. Just to show you the heel sections, obviously with the 380 Alien you do have this rise up here in the heel section of the shoe, and that's supposedly better for you just in terms of your walking style, etc. It's just, I don't know, ergonomically better, something like that. I'm not a scientist, but whatever. It looks cool and it feels good, and that's enough for me. And then just to open up here in the sock liner section, you do have those heel padding sections, which basically just provide excess comfort and support for your ankle and your heel in the shoe. They really are just amazingly comfortable. I know I have said it, but it's worth reiterating. Now, from a price point of view, these did release online this morning at adidas.co.za for 3,799 Rand. I think that's correct. Originally, I think it was supposed to be 3,999 Rand, but I don't know. The price that came out today, 3,799 Rand ex shipping. Obviously, considering what's happening in the world right now, with things having to close down and lockdowns happening in different countries, especially here in South Africa, people might just have to have a bit of patience in receiving these. Adidas did say that it's possible that these might only ship sometime in mid-April, after the initial lockdown period is over due to COVID-19. So if you haven't received your pair, and if you are outside of Cape Town, I only managed to get these because we have a 3-hour delivery option here in Cape Town, because the warehouse is based here. So if you do have to wait there, I'm sorry about that. It will definitely be worth the wait. These are really much better in hand than at least I was expecting. But overall speaking, I'm just super stoked that I finally have the actual size that I need in this pair, and I think the colorway is just a lot better than I did expect. I do think I probably still prefer the Alien colorway overall. I'd really just wish this was a half size bigger, so I could wear them a little bit more than I have been. But I guess definitely Adidas and Kanye West are doing the most right now when it comes to new colorways on the silhouettes. Even with 350 V2s like the Desert Sage over there, I feel like I'm getting a lot more excited by the colorways that are coming out of recent. I really hope we see a lot more to come with the 380 silhouette itself. I think they're really exciting and could be a nice win for Adidas and Kanye West down the line. But that's it from me for today, guys. If you do have any further questions, please drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you did enjoy this video or anything else on this channel, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this and other content in the future. But that's it from me. I'll catch you on the next one.